right, so it's Wednesday now, and the machine learning system is long here in advance of those highs. We took an earlier loss on an attempt to go higher, right? Basically on that pullback right there. And now what do we have here? The problem with the way those codes write is I can't see them underneath the lines, so I can't tell what that number is. In any case, we need to punch through that high to get to our target. Otherwise, we'll end up making just a little bit here. 68.90s right there as well. Okay, so there's the first target, or there's a hard target. There is no scaling out yet. And now what'll be curious now is to see if we can get actually up to 6,900, and that would be the obvious next stopping point here. All right, so long again here on a that's an interesting code there, because that says that's a failed pullback, I think. Yeah. I love that entry because you're getting long on a down bar, so you very quickly get to scratch like that. One of the things that the machine learning system taught me, I would never be looking for a long right there. I'd be waiting for the up bar in order to get long. And yet the system, clearly showed that on the order of 40 to 50% of the time, the pullbacks are failing. And so, okay, get in. Here we just scratched. All right, so we went short there. This is pretty ugly. Whoops. It's pretty ugly action here. Just nasty, choppy, sideways mess here. Took a loss earlier on what looked like that was here. That looked like a continuation, right, and a pullback. And then we went short there, so we lost 10 ticks there. And now, finally, after I don't know how long that is, 15 or 20 minutes of just sideways ugliness, went short and scratched. So now we're just waiting to see if things improve. The human view is we're not doing much because that looks ugly and sideways, rotating around the overnight high. So we're being very careful here. We had what looked like shorts setting up, but the locations are ugly, so we're like, okay, let's be careful here. We're expecting a bounce here, and so we get it. So you don't want to be going short there. Now we'll see what happens here if we get if it wakes up. It's really odd behavior for a day with such a big overnight range, a huge gap down, 80-point overnight range. And yet the market is acting more like it's late August in terms of what it's doing, just kind of drifting sideways. All right, so now where are we? It's I just got back. It's 3:48 Pacific time. I stepped away at 7:30 this morning. I see I'm up $55. Okay, that's nice. The kind of the key point actually is that there was no interaction with the market, no inputs to my emotional machinery. Should I make a trade? Should I get long? Should I get short? Now that I'm long, am I going to get stopped out? Nothing like that. It's all just, I just kind of completely forgot about it. And then I got back here, and now I'm checking to see, and can we see the codes? It should have stopped at 9. It should have stopped at the purple line. I see, so just sitting here, the first thing I see is this short right there. Clearly we didn't get filled, all right, because it just fell off. There's a 287 short right there. That's actually, you can see that the system is seeing the turn coming, actually. So given those two codes, if it starts with a 2, it's a short. 287 though means it's detecting, or rather not detecting, that's not the right word. It's predicting that this little pullback right here, this pullback, is going to fail. That's the prediction, 287. if it's going to succeed, it'll be if it thinks that you should get long that pullback, it will it'll give you a different code there. So you can see, I like what I'm seeing here, that where the system is peering into that order flow and seeing, okay, this run, whatever happened, what's ever happened here before, is ending, and now actually you get another signal right there. Let's see now, what else did we have? Looks like we tried to get short here, 285. 1, 2, 3, 4. This I don't understand actually. I'm gonna have to dig into the details and see why is that. That seems not correct to me. It seems too late. That prediction should come a couple of bars earlier, or wait for the next one. So I want to dig into that. That might be a bug. Let's look at let's look at that. And then let's see, what else do we have here? We had ooh, I love this short right here, right there. So it's the same thing. It sees this little pullback and it's predicting failure. And so you get short right there. This is new to me as a trader here after all these years. I've always looked at sort of a pullback as something. Okay, I'm going to get long that pullback, or I'm going to get short. I've always looked for the continuation, not the failure. But the machine learning system has really taught me that there's a significant percentage of the time I actually have the actual data that it's going to fail. And in this case, what it's seeing is it's this business here, this 3 bars up, and then it pulls back and closes up, and that looks like a turn here, right? Actually, that you can see the turn predicted there. But the prediction off this, this subsequent little move is failure, and so we short that. We just get to scratch in this case before we get taken out. And then actually we can see the market's turning there. It still thinks that it's going short though, right? Because you're getting the next trade is also a short. Though again, that doesn't look right there. There's something wrong there. We gotta check that out. What else do we get? Okay, so another pretty clean signal here that we didn't get filled on. Okay, so 254. So if it has the number, but there's no arrow, or there's no fill symbol from the software, what that means is that the system thinks it's too choppy to get in right there. That's why there's a number but no trade or no arrow. Okay, the arrow though says, all right, I placed an order here and tried to get in. I don't have that recorded, unfortunately. So we do a one tick offset from the low of that bar. You can see I missed that. So there's a couple of places there where I'm not getting filled. Though actually, now that I look at that, we don't have a red arrow here, so we didn't actually try to get short there. Okay, so there's we have to reevaluate that. Another case, boy, I really like this right here. This one right here, this short. Whoops, right there. So again, it sees this little jog right here is what it's seeing. This little jog, and the prediction off that little jog is that it's not turning. It's not going to go up. It's going to continue lower. Right? You and I would look at that and go, okay, that's just in the direction of the trend, right? But I can tell you just from that code, the code number there, that what the system is doing is it's seeing this little pullback here. This is a potential turn actually, and because you advanced and you pulled back and you tested that level and you didn't break through it. You closed up, but it's predicting failure. So I like what I'm seeing there. 197 here, that's in the category of too aggressive. So there'll be a tutorial on Saturday where you can get some more details about what I mean there. Let's see what else here now. This is getting up to close to the time when I was still here. So we went long here and just scratched on aggressive trade management. And again here. And again here. So a bunch of scratches. And then here did not get filled. Okay, so that green arrow. So in general, I like, you know, I like what I'm seeing there. This is actually a little choppy right here now. So I had some trouble yesterday getting caught in the chop. So it's still figuring out that getting long there is, you can see it's the right thing to do. There's a trade management issue. There's also a question of, is it just because the markets are, there's wildly varying volatility right now. So we'll see. There's a prediction here for a short, but we don't take it. So, and there's no arrow, so that means that it's detecting choppiness of some kind. 154 here, no arrow. So again, it's either, I don't recall. I need to get out my little cheat sheet for the codes to see if that one's too aggressive or not, or if it's just at this point the market is it's looking choppy it's looking sideways to the system. And then this here we should have covered in the live trading already. Okay, so pretty interesting here. I like what I'm seeing in general. Certainly when the markets settle down a bit, I'm expecting to be pretty happy. One of the things that we talked about in one of the earlier videos was when the markets get super volatile like they did on, they started again on, it was February 2nd, it was a Friday, and I forget what happened. The wheels, you know, basically the wheels fell off the bus. And when that happens, when it gets that volatile, as a human, I don't trade. I can't, either can't do it because the market's too whippy, or it's moving so fast that I can't make a decision in time and then get the trade-off in time. So, or even if I can make the decision in time, I can't get the trade-off in time. And I was expecting to have the same issue, or rather, I was expecting to see super volatile conditions and then choose not to run the machine learning system. That's what I was expecting. But what I found in replay was that the system, as long as you're willing to take extra losses, or or extra max loss days, because the volatility is, that's what volatility is. It's unpredictability. As long as you're willing to suffer through those days, the opportunity is huge. Some of those days in replay were just spectacular. So I was, I'm fully confident, particularly this week, because we have volatility again this week, and it's actually kind of odd, weird volatility where it gets real quiet, and then it gets real crazy, and then it gets real quiet. And yet we're still doing okay here. It's not spectacular. We're dealing with some odd conditions, but I'm pretty pleased actually with what I'm seeing. We have a webinar tomorrow at let's see, 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern, and I would have liked to have had more live data for that, but I just didn't get done in time. So it is what it is. And anyway, that's it for today. We will see what tomorrow brings.